Good morning. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue my part series. The week that was college football history review, the 1975 college football season. We're going to get to week number 4, September 27, 1975. But there was a game that was played the day before September 27, 1975. It was on September 26, 1975. It was between number 1 Oklahoma versus Miami on a Friday, and Oklahoma beat Miami 20-17. Despite lackluster performance that cost them 26 first-place votes in the AP poll, the Sooners of Oklahoma stretched their unbeaten streak to 32 games. As underdog Hurricanes jumped to a 7-0 first-quarter lead with a 74-yard drive, capped by a 13-yard scoring run by wingback Larry Kane. Oklahoma exploded for 20 second-quarter points, scoring on a touchdown set up by a block punt and fumble by Miami tailback Otis Anderson. As the route appeared to be on Sooners snooze in second half as Miami made game interesting with a 53-yard field goal by kicker Chris Dennis. A 70-yard scoring bind by quarterback Kerry Baker to wide receiver Mike Adams in the fourth quarter. The Sooners of Oklahoma held on to win despite being outgained 289 yards to 176 yards. Interestingly, Miami's brilliant football future may have been saved by this night's performance because there was talk of dropping the sport virtually ended after this game. West Virginia, number 14 team in the country, beat Boston College 35-18 as Mountaineer sub fullback Ron Lee may not have worked up sweat on 3 touchdowns runs. His 3 touchdowns total only 4 yards. Lee fellow backup tailback Dwayne Woods ran for 102 yards and 7 carries. West Virginia built 21-0 lead on Lee's 2 touchdown runs. And fumble recovery in end zone by wide receiver Steve Lewis. Eagles scored next 10 points on a 2-yard touchdown run by quarterback Mike Kruzek. A 27-yard field goal by kicker Fred Steinfort, but they would not get any closer. Next, Georgia beat South Carolina 28-20. Tennessee, the number 16 team in the country, beat Auburn 21-17. As Tennessee's balance withstood Auburn's bruising rushing attack, tailback Kenny Burks rushed for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns for Tigers, and with both his touchdowns coming in the 14-14 first half standoff. Now the Volunteers quarterback Randy Wallace hooked up with wide receiver Larry Severs twice for touchdowns, including a winning 37-yard strike in the fourth quarter and a winning drive that broke Tennessee from 17-14 deficit. Wallace thrice completed third down passes of at least 10 yards to Severs. Severs' best catch was on first touchdown when he emerged from the crowd to catch what Wallace described as a wounded duck coming down, and tailback Stanley Morgan rushed for 138 yards to lead Tennessee rushing attack that amounted to 220 yards. Michigan, the number 8-9 team in the country, played against Baylor, and this matchup ended in a 14-14 tie. Amazingly, both squads played to tie for second straight week as Baylor kicker Bubba Hicks missed a 39-yard field goal with 10 seconds left. The Bears of Baylor won the statistical battle, outgaining Michigan 338 yards to 219 yards, but surrendered tying touchdown when they lost fumble in their own territory in the fourth quarter. Middle guard of the Wolverines of Michigan named Rick Koschak recovery was converted 11 plays later into a 1-yard touchdown run by Michigan. Tailback Gordon Bell, who had 89 yards, 26 carries, and 2 touchdowns. Baylor tailback Ethan Franklin, the game's leading rusher with 135 yards, had scored a go-ahead 2-yard touchdown run at 14-7 in third quarter. Number 5, Missouri beat Wisconsin 27-21. Tigers were able to maintain number 5 ranking with coming from behind win. Now Missouri wide receiver Henry Marshall got behind the Badgers secondary for 66 yards, scoring pass from quarterback Steve Pizarskowitz late in the third quarter to turn things for good at 24-21 in Tigers' direction. Wisconsin had built 21-17 lead behind tailback Bill Marek, who rushed for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. Missouri tailback Tony Galbraith gained 104 yards rushing and threw 11-yard touchdown to Marshall in the second quarter. Next, Texas, the number 6 team in the country, beat Texas Tech by a score of 42-18. As Texas unleashed an inside-outside combination and gaining 411 yards. As fullback Earl Campbell ran for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, quarterback Marty Atkins ran for 114 yards and a touchdown. The Longhorns built a 36-0 lead with help from Texas Tech as turnovers led to 3 Texas touchdowns and death of Red Raiders' drive at Texas 7-yard line. Now the Horns also had scoring drives of 93 and 89 yards and dominating game from get-go. Raiders gained 397 yards, but more than half the total came on 3 window dressing touchdown drives in the fourth quarter. Victory was a 100th win for Darrell Royal in the Southwest Conference. Although Texas had 16 penalties for 169 yards, may have dampened coaches' celebration. Arizona State, the number 13 team in the country, shut out Brigham Young by a score of 20-0. The Cougars round to 22 first downs and gained 311 yards, but could not crack Arizona State's end zone and suffering first shutout in the 40 games. Most of BYU's yards came on 3 possessions. Missed field goal ended 1 threat. Blocked field goal try halted another. Still another drive died on interception by Sun Devils linebacker Larry Gordon late in the game. Now, Gordon's heroic effort had odd end. Play was mistakenly whistled dead when an unidentified Cougar player jumped off bench to confront Gordon as he raced toward BYU end zone. Quarterback Dennis Sproul led Sun Devils, throwing 16 yards, scoring past the wingback Larry Mucker. Had 133 yards receiving on 6 catches and opening scoring with 1-yard touchdown run. Leading gainer for BYU was wide receiver John Van Der Wooden with 60 yards receiving and 5 catches. Amazingly, shutout will be last visited upon BYU until 2003. Next, Air Force played against UCLA, the number 10 team in the country. This matchup ended a 20-20 tie. Now, Air Force rallied with 17 points in the third quarter, scored tying touchdown when backup quarterback Rob Shaw hit tight end Frank Cox from 6 yards out. UCLA offense suffered through shoulder injury to the quarterback John Sciarra, who nonetheless ran for touchdown. Sciarra also threw 3 interceptions, including Falcons cornerback Ray Wild's 32-yard touchdown return that tied game at 13-13 early in the third quarter. The Bruins built 13-3 and 20-13 leads behind a run game that sped to 322 yards. Halfback Wendell Tyler led way with 142 yards and opening 16-yard scoring jump. Falcons linebacker kicker Dave Lawson had interception and 2 field goals to tie Stanford kicker Rod Garcia for career 3-pointers with 42. Now Lawson, whose second field goal was big, 58-yard boot, finished his career at season's end with 51 field goals. Last but not least, Stanford and San Jose State played each other, and this matchup went in favor of San Jose State over Stanford 36-0, as the Spartans of San Jose State had been winning behind defense that posted shutouts in their first 2 games. But this win came from the offense, which exploded for 30 points in the second quarter. San Jose State quarterback Roger Profit hooked up with wide receiver Gary Maddox, who had 5 catches for 140 yards on a 52-yard pass to set up 1-yard quarterback sneak, and then threw touchdown passes of 12 yards to wide receiver Maurice Hill and 39 yards to Maddox, as Spartans built a 30-7 halftime lead. Cardinals set up 2 San Jose State touchdowns with costly turnovers. Fumble on own 18-yard line by defensive back Ray Anderson on kickoff return and interception thrown by quarterback Mike Cordova to San Jose State linebacker Rick Booth on own 36-yard line. Stanford rallied late as backup quarterback Guy Benjamin connected with wide receiver Tony Hill on 2 short touchdown passes. So that concludes a look at week number 4, including the game that was played on September 26, 1975 between Oklahoma and Miami. The week that was college football history review, 1975 college football season. For September 27, 1975, week 4, including the game was played the day before September 26, 1975 between Miami and Oklahoma. Let's look at the AP polls of September 29th. AP poll looked like this. Florida was number 20, 19 was Colorado, 18 Bell, 17 Arizona, 16 Tennessee, 15 Oklahoma State, 14 Arizona State, UCLA 13, Michigan 12, number 11 West Virginia. And the top 10 round out is this: number 10 Penn State, number 9 Alabama, 8 Notre Dame, 7 Texas, 6 Texas A&M. The top 5 round out is this: 5 Missouri, 4 Nebraska, Southern California 3, Ohio State 2, and number 1 Oklahoma. So that's it. That's it for week number 4. The games I played on September 27, 1975. The game was played the day before, September 26, 1975, between Oklahoma and Miami. So that concludes that. A look at the recap of the games I played for week 4, September 27, 1975, including the game that was played on September 26, 1975 on a Friday between Miami and Oklahoma. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you soon.